Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. Governor Simi Fubara has acknowledged the Supreme Court verdict on Rivers State House of Assembly. That is what we're going to talk about in this video. And if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Rivers State Governor Simi Fubara has acknowledged the Supreme Court ruling, affirming the Honorable Martin Samuel and 26 other lawmakers as valid members of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Now, this signals a significant shift in the ongoing political crisis in Rivers State. In a statement released by Joe Johnson, the Rivers State Commissioner for Information, Governor Fubara said he has taken note of the Supreme Court judgment regarding the state funds and the administration of local governments in Rivers State. And he said, and I quote, "At this time, we are awaiting a detailed briefing on the implication of the judgment. We will carefully evaluate the situation and determine the next steps to take in the best interest of Rivers State and its people," the statement read. While the governor admitted that the Supreme Court's decision effectively reinstates the 27 lawmakers who are pro-Nyesom Wike, he maintained that the core issue of their defection, which led to their disputed status, was not addressed by the Apex Court, as it is still pending before the Federal High Court and Port Harcourt. And he said, since the issue of defection was not in the table before the learned justices, in their eyes, Amehule and the 26 others are still operating as lawmakers until that matter comes before them. The statement noted, Governor Fubara assured the people of Rivers State that his administration remains committed to protecting the best interest of the state and upholding the rule of law in all matters. End of quote. Fubara urged the people of Rivers State to remain calm and law-abiding as the government seeks clarity on the judgment and its broader implication. So, as you are watching this, the government of Simi Fubara is still seeking clarity, better interpretation of what the judgment of the Supreme Court portends, both for the people of Rivers State, for Governor Simi Fubara, and for the lawmakers. But what is clear, he acknowledged, is that the Supreme Court has affirmed the Pro-Nyesom Wike lawmakers as the lawmakers of the State House of Assembly. Now it remains to be seen what will be the implication of this. But what is clear now is that, as the governor has said, this is the Supreme Court ruling on this matter. Remember, there was a time Fubara went to court to withdraw his matter in the appeal in the court, and the Pro-Nyesom Wike and co, they ran to town and was claiming that they have been reinstated. They were not reinstated. It was now that they have been reinstated by the court, the Supreme Court, and not the other time. Because I know that when I did that video, some people came to the comment section and was saying that why should people talk like that? That the Supreme Court was said that the lawmakers have been reinstated. It was not true. It is now, in this latest judgment, that the Supreme Court reinstated them. And that was why the governor himself has to acknowledge it through a statement by the Commissioner of Information that they have been restated. Now, Nigerians should also wait, because the state government said that they are still studying the judgment. You know how they do operate in Nigeria. The judgment may not have been even been provided to the litigants. I mean, to the Rivers State government. Okay, because you know how they operate in Nigeria. Maybe it's a day later, maybe next or Monday, they're going to get the full details of the judgment of the court and study it to know the implication. But already several implications, several interpretations are out there. But what is not in dispute right now from what Rivers State government have done is to acknowledge that the Supreme Court has reinstated the lawmakers. Now, I also observed when this story broke yesterday, I also observed that nobody was talking about the status of these lawmakers, whether they are still lawmakers or not, because the issue of their defection was not stabled before the Supreme Court right now. What was before the Supreme Court was the issue of the local government election that was conducted, the issue of the budget, the issue of the funds of Rivers State, which were the issues that the Nyesom Wike group presented to the Supreme Court. But the core issue about their defection, which everybody saw on television, which they swore an affidavit to, that they have defected from the People's Democratic Party, the party that sponsored them to power, to the ruling All Progressive Congress. That issue has not yet been addressed. Do I have confidence in this Supreme Court that when that one got to get to the Supreme Court, that the real thing, that the Supreme Court will do justice? When there are already people pointing out some alarming discrepancies in what the Supreme Court ruled against Rivers government and what was there before. Okay, especially people are pointing out to the issue, the Supreme Court's annulment of Rivers local government election, which contradicts earlier verdict by the same Supreme Court in another state. So do I have confidence that reprieve may come to the way of Rivers people and Governor Fubara when this matter of their defection gets to the Supreme Court? To tell you the truth, that is a question, a $1 million question that I may not give you an answer, but the truth remains that only very few Nigerians have confidence in Nigeria's judiciary. Very few Nigerians have confidence in Nigeria's judiciary, given the role they played in the last election, in 2023 general election, in which they gave all kinds of verdicts that we never envisaged in Nigeria's history. What their usual verdict on the status of Abuja, the federal capital territory, that you must get at least 25% of the vote in Abuja. The Supreme Court, what they did there, and several other things that they did, has made many Nigerians to be careful in betting on Nigeria's Supreme Court, especially under the APC administration, in which Nyesom Wike, who is fighting Simi Fubara for the structure of Rivers State, is a part member of the APC and part member of the PDP, whether we like it or not. Because if you look at Nyesom Wike now, he is the person dictating what is happening in APC in Rivers State. He's the person dictating what is happening to PDP in Rivers State. He is the person He is the person that is saying that APC's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is his candidate for 2027. And he is in PDP, ensuring that the PDP does not present any credible candidate that can challenge Tinubu. So given all that picture, it's difficult for me to stay here to tell you that I have confidence that when the issue of their defection, despite the glaring evidence that Nigerians are seeing, what they saw on their television, how they defected, announcing it in the floor of the house, how they defected, how they even went to presidential villa, and the presidential villa during when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was mediating between Governor Fubara and Governor Nyesom Wike. During that stakeholders meeting, where there was an 8-point resolution brokered by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in that same event, it was widely reported in the media, the president welcomed the defected lawmakers from the PDP to APC. And also, Simi Fubara, senior advocate of Nigeria, said that these same lawmakers swore an affidavit that they have defected. What else can we say? What else do you need to know that they have defected? But don't be surprised that this same Supreme Court will say that they did not defect when it eventually gets to them. So there's that possibility. So I can't place my trust that Rivers people will get justice in the issue of defection of the lawmakers when it gets to the Supreme Court. It will be the 8 wonders of the world if the Supreme Court agrees that they defected, even though there is glaring evidence that they have defected. Okay? Because, but then, you know, in this country, all kinds of funny things. You remember the Supreme Court that said that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was not indicted over the $460,000 process of narcotic that was deposited in Naka. They say it was his account that was indicted. Nigerian Supreme Court said that it was Tinubu's account that was indicted, that it was not Tinubu that was indicted. That's the kind of verdict you get in Nigeria. And that's why sometimes you had the story of former governor of Rivers State, Duke, that talk about that some Supreme Court justices who presided over the verdict that made the person that came forth, the governor of Imo State, were banned or were denied visa to visit the United States. That's what we get in Nigeria. I don't know what you think about this, but whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.